first name, your last name, your position, and your year.
Ruben Lee, RUBENLEE, 2021 quarterback.
All right, stay right there. See it. All right, you're going to stay right there. You're not going to move, all right? All right, Mr. Lee. Looking back at last season, what do you feel like you learned last year? You know, 4-8 record in that first round of playoffs that you guys ended up getting bounced out on for many times.
Well, we learned how to take defeat, I feel like. You know, after being bounced out 2 years in a row, first round, we really learned how to take defeat and learn from it. You know, we actually bonded better on the bus ride home after that loss, that tough crash loss.
When you have kind of the same MO your coach was just telling me about, just that first rounding out, you know, the last 3 seasons or so, you know, what does that do to your mentality? Do you feel, you know, I know you said in order to take defeat, but do you feel kind of worn down? It's like, man, like what are we gonna do? How are we gonna get better? You know, as a group, you know, what's your mentality, you know, on those bus rides home? You know, after suffering a loss like that to end your season.
It actually inspires me. It inspires me to, you know, I want to get right back at it. You know, the season, I still feel like the season is going to start tomorrow. You know, I'm jump roping, I'm working out harder, I'm watching film. You know, I'm following the football too. It gets me fired up, getting eliminated from the first round.
Now, what have you been working on this off season to make yourself better, not only just as a player, but as a leader?
As a leader on this team, I've been working on, you know, I've been working on my footwork. I've been working on my 3-step drop, 5-step drop, stepping into the pocket, maneuvering in the pocket, you know, becoming a better leader, becoming more vocal. You know, that's what we've been missing these last couple of years, I feel like. And, you know, I had to step into that role even as a ninth grader. So this year especially is really my team, and I really feel that the coaches believe in me and I believe in myself.
Is that difficult for you to kind of be, you know, take a more aggressive role and have to speak your mind to some of your guys who maybe your best friends, you know, off the field, but on the field, you know, you got to kind of have to be the boss?
It's very difficult, you know. Those are your friends, those are your guys, you know, you grew up with them, you know. I got to take up that leadership role, but they understand, you know, I'm only pushing them to get better. So they understand, and they right there with me, you know. Hey man, let's jog off the field, Hey, let's get water, hurry up, we got the next session, next period. You know, we got our mindset on August 23rd, we ready to.
When I look at this team, second most wins in the coach for the last 25 seasons, but at the same time, you guys have struggled to have a winning season the last couple of years. You know, what has to change out on this field, mentality-wise, when you guys get back to your championship ways?
Championship ways, I like that. I really like that question. But I feel like what it came from is the maturity. You know, the players, we weren't mature. You know, we look at the championship walls, we look at the balls all on the wall, mounted up. We just look at it, you know, we like, oh man, we already won that. You know, we wasn't really mature. We had a lot of kids on the team, and I feel like we really grew up this summer. You know, we hit the weight room hard. You know, we hit the field hard. We hit every practice hard. Every rep we went hard, and we came back 2-a-days all summer. And I feel like this year we're gonna show a lot of people what we made.
In order to have success, do you feel like it's physically, mentally, or both?
I honestly think it's both, but I think it's leaning more on the mentally way. Because you can't go into any game without being mentally prepared. You gotta watch film. You gotta look up your opponent. You gotta look who graduated. You gotta look who's the key role stepping in. You gotta look at the coaches. You gotta look at how you like to play. You gotta look at the defensive coordinator. I mean, you gotta look at how the cities move. You gotta look at all that. So I definitely think it's more mentally, but it's also physically. You gotta work on the field. You gotta go hard on every rep. So I think it plays both, but I think it's more mental.
East Central no longer in the region anymore. That should make it easier for y'all to go all the way, right?
I think it'll be easier, but we still look forward to playing those boys every year because you know it's gonna be a hard-fought game. You know, they bring it all every play, and I love that about them. They right down the road. That's Moss Point too. They don't like to say that, but that's Moss Point too. But they really some hard-nosed boys, and I love playing against them. And they all got a real good fan base, and I love everything about them. I really do.
What makes Moss out on this field, this legendary field? What makes Moss Point Community come out? And I guess, you know, I was just talking to a guy outside before I came to the practice today, and he was saying, is it positive or negative? I was like, excuse me? He was like, is the news while you're out here? I was like, is it positive or is it negative? I said, why should it be negative? He says, because every time I look on the news, it's something negative. And I was like, sir, you can expect positivity because we're talking about football. What is it about this team that brings positivity to the community of Moss Point?
I mean, we're the backbone of the community. You know, every game we come out here, we expect the fans to be packed. We expect the stands to be packed. You know, I look up there, I see my mom, I see my dad, I see my sisters, and I see my neighbors. You know, I see the whole street out there cheering for Moss Point. You know, they don't leave to the fourth quarter. We're losing, winning, getting blown out. You know, they don't leave to the fourth quarter, and I love that. I love that about Moss Point. So we get back to the restaurants. You know, we go into the restaurants, we eat, we sit down, we talk to them. They ask us, how's the season going, how's practice going, how's that coach of ours doing, and we love that. You know, they really are concerned, and they love Moss Point. They really do. They put a lot of money into us, and we've been planning to show them why they put that money in us this year.
What is Moss Point's mentality? I know that they're saying it's all in, but to you, what's the mentality this season in terms of how hard you guys are going each and every practice, each and every record show out?
Yes, sir. Our mentality is all in, but for me, it's 2 words: focus and next play. You know, you throw a pick last play, next play. You know, it might be a flag, you know, and you got to focus to not throw that pick. So for me, it's mentality, it's focus, and next play. But for the team, it's all in. You know, we got to buy in to what coach is saying. Coach say pick up that trash, you pick up that trash. Coach say run left, don't run right, run left. And run left as fast as you can.
All right, last 2 questions for 2019.
My expectations for Moss Point 2019 is win the state championship.
Last question. Oh, wait, there we go. Last year, was it a little bit too much to handle in terms of the terminology or the playbook, or what do you feel like something that you had to overcome last year and try to grow up a little bit?
Well, I definitely, as a sophomore, didn't have much of a voice. You know, we had like 21 seniors last year, and it was their team. It was their team. So when I tried to speak up, they'd be like, "Come on, man, you're just a sophomore. You're just a sophomore. You're a starting quarterback, but you're just a sophomore." So this year, I'm taking more of a vocal role for the Moss Point Tigers, and I'm really excited about that.
Last question. Also, offensively, who should we be on the lookout for other than yourself this year?
Offensively, we got 4 studs. We got 4. We got Nyla Harper, who's an upcoming sophomore. We got Shanton Miller, who led the coach in touchdowns, I believe, last year. We got Caleb Lee, who's an upcoming senior who worked his tail off this summer. 6'4", red zone target. He's not just a red zone target. He's no hate to say it, but he's a red zone target. And we got Larry Simmons. You know, he's not the least. I said him the last, but he's not the least at all. You know, he's right there with them, butting heads every day. They playing Madden with each other every day, and I love it. You know, they go hard every rep. I love it.
What do you love about Coach Holm? What does he do for you in terms of just being a leader, just being your guys' voice out there that you guys don't have? He's dealing with refs, he's dealing with other adults out there on the field during the season. What is he been telling y'all just about the mentality, just about what kind of team he wants y'all to be at the end of the day, whether y'all win or lose?
Well, since I've been in 6th grade, he's been on me. You know, I didn't really understand what he meant back at the time by being a leader. You know, I always wanted to follow, but I thought I was being a leader, but I was following. But now, this year, after spending a whole summer with him, getting to know, pick his brain, getting inside detail of what he's talking about, when he says stuff was my fault and somebody else is doing it, he's like, you gotta be the leader, you gotta lead that, you gotta lead him into the right direction. You can't. If I would have been over there to stop that, it would never happen. So I really appreciate it.
What's stopping this team from becoming better than what y'all were last year? And the year before that, What do you feel like is the main thing that's stopping this team right now from being as great as some of the best teams here on the coast right now?
It's definitely immaturity. We got a lot of immaturity. But we had it last time. Had it last year. And we've really grown out of it. Coach came in, Coach Pickering, he came in with his foot on the gas. He eliminated all that. When he walks in the room, everybody's quiet. We're focused. We're locked in on the film. We're watching film every day. We leave here about 10 p.m. We got school tomorrow. He doesn't care. We're locked in, foot on the gas. We're ready for August 23rd. I need everybody there August 23rd. We got home game right here in Pascagoula. We're coming for you. And after that, we're going to state, baby. I need y'all here. Let's go.